Hi folks, I am on day 15 of my little adventure on my Honda Ruckus. Um, I'm at the same campsite as yesterday, and I'm going on to another campsite in Texas. I've got two more to go to before I go meet my daughter, and it's mostly just I'm exploring now because I've got extra time. And because I've got extra time, today I went into a coffee shop in Harl Harlton or something like that. And I set up my little, got my little backpack out. I sat there and I had breakfast and a cup of coffee and I made a bracelet, uh, just a little simple hammered sterling silver bracelet. They come out pretty nice, and if I get a nice sized cup of coffee, by the time I finish the cup of coffee, I can finish one of these. Takes me about an hour, I guess. But uh, about 20, 23, 25 miles from here, and um, I've learned something about traveling this way, and that's I had been thinking before to avoid rush hours, which I generally try to do that, but something I hadn't thought I was avoiding the school uh, times because all the parents are taking their kids to school at a certain time, and they they're in a hurry. So I saw that today. I had to pull over probably 10 times today. I don't I try to make a point of not holding people up. So as soon as I can safely get over, I like to pull into a driveway or better to turn on another road temporarily to let people pass. I try to do that, but there were just so many people this morning, and as soon as I got past the school, it just everything's fine. It was people taking their kids to school. So uh, that's something I don't encounter riding around home because I don't generally go out that time of day anyway. But something else is I'm getting to the point where there are a few things that I cut out of my um, of the gear that I brought with me that I wish I'd have brought. They were last minute. Nah, I'm trying to reduce weight, reduce packing space, because there's just not a whole lot of room on that little ruckus to carry stuff. Uh, One of the things that I didn't take was I had um, a grill about this big, and all it is a plate of titanium, so it's light with holes cut in it, and it's about 4 inches wide, maybe 4.5 inches, and maybe 10 inches long. Um, but it's enough. You can put it on something. You can put a piece of meat on there and grill it. And I forgot I didn't bring that. I took it out. I should have put it back in there again. Um, I would much rather have that than the table that I brought. I did bring a table. That was one of the recommendations for a trip like this. That you need a table. No, you don't. Because most of the if you're camping like I do, most of the time there's a picnic table, so you don't need a table. And if you're someplace where you don't need a table, I'm not going to be there more than I'll make coffee in the morning and then I'm gone. So I don't really need to set up something like that. Um, so I'm learning some things like that. Uh, the This isn't a learning thing. I'm in Texas now, and I talked to my wife a few minutes ago, and she said it's chilly there in Virginia. Um, and I'm sure it feels pretty good, but I'm waiting for it to cool off before I go take a shower. It's so hot here. I don't want to take a shower until it cools off, or I'll just be bathed in sweat again as soon as I finish my shower. So, but it's a good trip. I'm enjoying it. Meeting lots of people, and it's nice to chat with people. Sometimes it's just a few words. Sometimes it's uh, sometimes you have some good conversations. Anyway, day 15.